Hi, so we're here with Jackie Branston, former model with a big history in TV and commercials. Jackie, welcome to the party. Always a pleasure to have you.
And thank you very much. I will thank Matthew. I hope his new venture goes off brilliantly well. He deserves it. He's very diligent. And the wonderful thing about Matthew is he's got this unique gift of mixing with the old, mixing with the young, and he's perfectly comfortable with it all. And my godfather, the late Victor Rothschild, he said, you learn from the old and you learn from the young.
That would really sum Matthew up.
I think it really does, and it's a true gift. Some people just get stuck in a rut, and they, as they grow up, they sort of tend to stick to their same friends. And the world's a big place, and it's so.
And London especially, barriers are all broken down. You can be friends with someone who's 89 or 18.
Absolutely, and I always taught my children that the person that you might sit next to, oh my God, they're boring. You never know in life where you might be able to pick up the phone and say, oh, hello, do you remember me? Not necessarily to stay with them, but you know people from all parts of the world.
Everyone's got a story, haven't they? I think that's what Matthew's really good at picking out.
He's picking out at people, and even if you go into a restaurant and there's a miserable waiter, a smile goes a long way, doesn't it?
Exactly, but do you think, because as Brits we're quite sort of overly reserved, actually,
We're not,
a little
actually.
bit. I don't think we are, but a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I think London's a really friendly place.
Oh, it's a
You
wonderful
meet people,
place, yes.
You recognise people, run into people.
And all the areas in London, and Shoreditch and Clerkenwell and Bermondsey and Knightsbridge and Kensington, and they've all got their little enclaves.
Their own little personalities to each one.
I mean, I think we've really taken over from New York and Paris and most of Europe.
Definitely.
Because everything's open at 7 days a week.
Now, you're known for your wit, and also now, it's always a great thing you hear. Now, how would you? I've always heard it said.
I hear all, see all, and say nothing. And also, if you can't say good about somebody, don't say anything at all.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, it's good advice. Having said that, though, is there any chance we can look forward to any contributions in the magazine? Any?
Yes, absolutely. I've got
wit and wisdom.
Wit and wisdom. I've got a lot of Chinese clients, Russian clients. I'm going to go bombing off to Moscow, which is very exciting. Very exciting. I mean, London now is exciting all the time and every day. So, I think the secret of a good party is that it's actually down to the host or hostess to make people feel comfortable.
Absolutely. Any memorable? Blake's is an institution. Any memorable moments?
Oh yes. Well, it can be a very naughty place.
You can tell us about.
Oh well. Well, I had a great girlfriend of mine. I've still got her. And she was being a bit naughty, and she had arranged to meet her lover here. But she asked me if I would come and have a drink first at 7 o'clock, which I duly did. And then by 9 o'clock, the lover stood her up. So she said, well, I booked the suite. And I ended up spending the night with her in the suite. I mean, in a fun way, of course.
Fantastic. That's a fun...
Yes. So
another of the fan club there?
Another fan club, yes. Keep smiling, you know what it is. Yeah. And so, but this was the original boutique hotel.
That's right.
And it's absolutely fabulous. I've just come from sitting on their new terrace.
Yeah.
And it's like League of Nations up there. There's so many languages being spoken.
It's amazing, isn't it? I guess that's London, right? Everyone's here.
Everyone's here at Wimbledon. And were you at the Jubilee? Did you go attend?
I did, yes. Get my
fantastic.
waterproofs out for some of it.
Well, I mean, the Brits are good at putting on a show,
I
aren't
did
we?
have a great street party. Some friends had a street, so there are some fun things, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, just talk us through. I was going to say, we're in a very stylish location. You're always super glamorous. So is there a particular Jackie Branston style? I'm just very envious of that coral dress you had the other week.
Well, being a Pisces, I have days when I want to be somber, days when I want to be flamboyant. So I just don't have a definite style. And I can never understand when people say, I can't find anything in the shops.
There's
always something. Always something.
I have to say, this is superb. The dark kind of
Yeah,
decor
and
we've
it
got
lights
here.
up the face, especially if you've had a long weekend. This is a Saint Laurent, but it's a class. It's sort of Saint Laurent goes on forever. And I think it's just It was very exciting.
Could we see you perhaps doing some style or party pieces for the Steeple Times?
Yes,
That
yes.
would be brilliant.
Yes,
I'd
I
look
will
forward to
do.
that. That would be
I will do
amazing.
them. I will
Did
do
you see
them.
my rucksack article?
Oh, wonderful. You're very witty.
It's very bitchy, really, but there we are, yeah.
It is, you know. You gotta have
I call it humour, but yeah.
You've got to have a bit of humour. Some
Exactly.
people are born old, aren't they? And they just don't have a sense of humour.
That's exactly. It's just your body that ages, or not in our case, obviously.
We go on,
It's
we
a
go-
young spirit.
We go on. And here's our man of today. There
Oh
he is.
my goodness,
There he
Matthew!
is.
It's
Thank
the
you very
steeple
much for
sandwich,
coming.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and I think it's going terribly well. And there's a lot of interesting people. And I must say, I was just saying that you have the particular unique advantage of mixing with the old and the young, and that is really a unique gift. And I say hats off to that.
Thank you very much.
And I think the magazine represents that. Actually, it's a mix. It's very eclectic.
Open
We've got a mix of
mind.
ages and characters and styles.
Characters.
Yes, and on the ball with everything that's going on, which is absolutely spot on.
And Jackie is of course, one of our mentions on the roll call.
Oh,
But-
absolutely.
but
She's
who-
a wild card.
no, Jackie's under the personality. It's a social butterfly.
So yes.
Persuade her to write a few pieces, maybe some style pieces,
I
some
think
party
style-
pieces.
Jackie's definitely a lady of style, and
Yes.
great stories
Legend.
to tell.
Yeah.
Frustrated writer. I used to write children's stories. I suppose that was just.
There we go. We'll
Now
get
it-
something a little bit more risque.
But now we want more adult stories. I think so. Yes.
So yeah, thank you ever so much.
Thank you. And
Thank you very-
thank you and
Thank you.
bravo and congratulations
Cheers
again.
to you.
And cheers. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
And
I haven't even had a
the
drink
children,
yet.
and as the children would say, thank you for having
We'll
us.
get you
Please
one
come
now.
Thank
again."
you.
And I always used to tell the children, don't ask for going home presents. God
Cheers.
bless Matthew. And
Cheers.
thank you for spending
Thank
some
you.
time.
Thank you.